to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I had said that I wanted to do a short video, but I said, oh, let me do this in a live video format so I could just maybe do like 30 minutes and get you guys feedback on it, because I think it's something that deserves more of a live video rather than a shorter version video, so you guys could give me your take on it. For tomorrow, I will reserve the additional conversation of the 23s for tomorrow. All right, so hope you guys are here. 1 second, let me try and set this thing up so we can do it. So we have Leigh and Bailey on the cover. All right, Leigh and Bailey on the cover, or I think maybe nothing is on the cover and I will get it sorted out. All right, 1 second, let me try and get everything running here. And this is just going to be like 30 minutes max, 30 minutes max. So give me a second. Let me know if you guys are getting titles on it, and let me know if you guys are hearing me well. All right, because I don't think I've set a title on it, but I'm adjusting it here. All right, so we don't have a title. Let me just put it here. Leigh and Bailey. Leigh and Bailey. All right, Leigh and Bailey. Leigh and Bailey, yes. So Leigh and Bailey, we had talked on it before, which is Leigh and Bailey, and I'm going to try and go through what we're seeing here. We had conversations talking about Leigh and Bailey, possible moving from Aston Villa, and it looks like it's gathering steam. Yes, and I saw people that's closer to him and Jamaica talking about it now. So I wanted to ask you guys what you made of this. What you made of this? 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 All right, I'm gonna read this right now. From the Suns. I will just read the Sun because this is the first one that popped up directly. All right, and I'm going to go through it and then we can have the conversation. But what you made of this? All right. What you made of this? All right. So, anyways, this is what the Sun said a day ago. Cash flight. Leigh and Bailey set to seal life-changing 25 million Saudi Arabia transfer after being left out in the cold by Aston Villa. All right. So let me continue. Leigh and Bailey is expected to seal a life-changing 25 million to move to Saudi Arabia this week. The Aston Villa forward is the subject of an offer believed to be from league newcomers Niam. So this transfer is coming from Niam, and they're saying it's a life-changing type of contract. All right. Yes. So let me continue. His agent have already held initial discussion with the pro club, Jamaica International. Bailey. Once again. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got a call. Yeah, so I was just going through it. So his agent already held initial discussions with the pro league club. Jamaica International 20, Bailey, 27, is set to earn up to 10 million a year tax free. All right, 10 million a year. I think that should be 10 million pounds per year. All right. He was a key member of the Villa squad that qualified for the Champions League last season, but has since fallen out of favor. The emergence of Morgan Rogers and the arrival of Marcus Rashford, combined with a series of niggling injuries, frustrated Bailey throughout the past campaign. These are things that we had talked on. But my question to you guys, let me throw it out. Let me throw it out right here. Big up yourself, everyone that's coming in. I saw you guys putting down money and everything. Look like you guys are way more ahead than myself, and it's okay. It's okay, because one thing about myself, as you saw, I take my time and learn. I take my time and learn. And grow from there. So whenever I do have the story put it together, then I can come and have a conversation on it. So the last time I said, and remember guys, I've realized that a lot of people might can't understand me because they are not in the position that I'm in, and they are not on the path that I'm on. You understand me? And sometimes people could be a fan and I could be a analyst or in football. So I perceive things might be completely different because some people will look at, obviously, as what they have always said, people look from different angles. All right. Yeah, so for me, my perception might come off a little bit different from others on certain things. For me, I said, as a footballer, when you're finished, when you're finished, um, or before when you're finished in your career, you're going to look at things different. So if you said your profession was football, and most footballers that came in it for footballing reasons wouldn't want to leave, and don't get what they would have wanted. And in my estimation, I don't think Liam Bailey has gotten what he wanted. So based off that, I said that it would have been a bad move, in my opinion. So I would love for you guys to tell me what you think. You understand me? Well, well, well. If it isn't JD always fighting against Jamaica football youth structure. Uh, okay, ambitious hustler. I hope you stop hustling, and you can change the name to you got something now and stop hustling. Um, Guess you would say the opposite. For me, I just that's my opinion. So I would love for you guys to come and let me know, educate me from your standpoint. I just came from a footballing standpoint and said I think that I wouldn't really agree for him to do so. I think maybe a year or two, or maybe he believes that he has already achieved everything in his life and he's okay with that. Travis said, Bailey done great things for Villa, um, but Emery no rate him. Keep playing Rogers for 90 minutes. Rogers is a special player. Rogers is a special player and can play multiple positions. Way more than what Liam Bailey could play. And I don't think it's just Rogers was his problem, because Rogers can keep himself centrally. It was Rashford and Asensio that came in. You understand me? Changed everything. So it was just Rogers would have been preferred at one point, but at the next point it was 2 to 3 other players. Because remember, Marlon came in as well, too. So everyone came in, and that's what you have to look at. Everyone came in and they started to look at things different. You understand me? Because if they gave the past information to those players, they are carrying it out and it's getting completed. And in football, you have to understand that it's about what they can achieve. They put things on the board at the start of the season and say that this is what I want to achieve. So if you're going to be helpful towards that, or you're going to arm that. So you never may know if maybe they gave Liam Bailey his target and he never hit it. And then Asensio came in, Rashford came in, Rogers came in and hit those targets, and they wanted to actually work with it. I don't know if you guys remembered well. I don't know if you guys remembered well. You remember when I had said to you guys that Aston Villa played PSG the best. You remember when I came here, I said Aston Villa PSG game was a not a normal game, and they played them the best. And and this might be the best game someone played PSG right through, based on what I saw with the speed and the technical ability. Big up yourself, Travis. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. So they got remember those games were without Bailey. Those games were without Bailey. Um, so what you're seeing right there, you're seeing that maybe what they did, or whatever instruction given at the time, it worked. You understand me? So if something work, all right, we're gonna flip over the Ethan Pinnock to show you that it's not any local, because you have some people that just flat out can't comprehend, and I think we have to be honest, a lot of people can't comprehend, or they are just flat out a narrative seller. But people that's listening to me and on my channel understand where I'm trying to come from. If the thing is working, when you when you come out They are not going to change it back to fit you in if you are not just the system itself. So what I'm talking about, the system itself, players like Messi, Mbappe to some extent, Rodri, they build system around them. They become the hub of the team. They become the hub of the team at all times. You understand me? At all times. So so we have to be careful. My point is, and with Pinnock as well, you saw the same thing. Pinnock got injured, and when he came back in, others are performing. They did not bring him straight back in. You understand? Because the system was not built around Pinnock. It was built around whatever the coach wanted. You understand me? So I think when I've looked at it from that standpoint, I can understand that maybe you felt hurt based on what you did the season before, and they never gave you a chance, a proper chance. That is, fully agree with that. But for me, I wouldn't. Above hurt, big up yourself, best as Taki mentioned. Everyone that is eating like money, please do so. For me, I still believe that Liam Bailey has things left in football. He has things left in football, top flight football, to achieve. You understand me? In my opinion. But as what the hustler said, the money is the money. So I think majority of the people will go for the money, but I have to look at life different, because as what I've said, sometimes money doesn't matter anymore, people. Money is just the means towards your happiness, or towards the next product, Money means not much, people. So how much more money you can have when you never achieve your goal as a professional footballer? It's not like he's going to turn a accountant after. I'm just saying, it's not like he has a different profession after that. You understand me? So I think when you have the profession, you want to achieve everything in your profession. So for me, I believe that him taking this might be a bad deal. I don't know what you guys say, but that's my opinion on it. I would love you guys point. Not getting any notification. Sorry about that, Dean Fraser. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I will text YouTube and see if people may be trying to report my channel, because someone brought it to my attention the other day, see that people planning to report my channel. And the more and more people come in here saying that they're not getting notification, I might believe it. But the problem is, more views is actually on the video. So I don't know what to believe, because more views is on the video. So I don't know. Maybe other people coming in and YouTube giving them the opportunity to see what I'm all about. Because more subscribers coming on the video. We had like 500 new subscribers, or 300 new subscribers in 1 week, or something like that. Either 500 or 300 new subscribers, which is amazing. All right, because the channel is big and still getting more. So that is amazing. That means you must have to be doing something special for so much people to be subscribing. That is ridiculous. Sakpa say, no such in the house. Big up yourself. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, people. Let me work on it. But JD, why Villa getting rid of him? Look, listen to me. A player has to sign on to it as well. So let me work on the part of why Villa are getting rid of him. So this season, we have to look at it. Let me be accurate right here. Let me give you all the facts here. So let me go on transfer market and give you the seasons that Liam Bailey in, and how much games he played. All right, how much games he played. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna text YouTube, so maybe it gets fixed at some point. 1 second, let me get Liam Bailey so I can get all the information for you, and then all right. So let me get Liam Bailey. All right, so Leon. All right, so Liam Bailey. All right, so Liam Bailey right here. So Liam Bailey, let me give you how it's looking. So Liam Bailey, as you saw here, Premier League, that's for this year. I want his entire career, so we can point out the years then that he spent, which we're gonna get that up. We're gonna get that up soon. Don't worry yourself. All right, so Aston Villa, he left Leverkusen 2021 August 4th. All right, so he's there from 2021 August 4th. All right, so that means 4 years. 4 years he's there. 4 years, so four to five, almost 4.5 seasons. So 4 years he's there. 4 years he's there, people. And then I'm going to try pull up the games that he played in 4 years for the team. And you could see he missed a lot of games, people. A lot of games. His first season, he missed a lot of games. So, anyways, let me give you the games he played. So for Aston Villa, he played 144 games in all competitions, scored 22, and assisted 24. All right, so we don't talk about the 22 and 24. It's the amount of games he played. So in almost 5 years, he played 144 games. That that sounds a lot. Let me know if that's a lot, because we have 38 in the Premier League alone in one season. Then you have each competition, each the FA Cup and the FA Cup and the League Cup. Then you have Europe, but they never qualified for Europe until final after. So maybe per year they might just get under 46 to 47 games. So 144 games in 5 years or 4 years, 4 years, 4 years should not be so bad. So so 46 and 46. All right, so put it 92. So 92 and 92. All right, okay, yes. So it looks like he missed close to 40 at game at least. And this year it was more games they played. So maybe they played over 50 plus games this year based on all the competitions that they're in. So maybe close to 200 games he could have possibly played, and he played 144. That is still a good amount. That is still a good amount. You understand me? That is still a good amount. But this year he played, and the minutes will be a little bit different. The minutes will be significantly lower than the games that he actually played. So let me give you the minutes that he played, which is completely different, and that is one of the low points of his career in England. I thought that the game, the minutes that he plays was very low, very very low in my opinion. All right, so Premier League in 2025, he had 1,144 minutes. 1,144 minutes he played. In 2023, he played 2,076. In 2022, he played 1,984. In 2021, he played 755. You understand me? So, and then in the Bundesliga, he played 2,144, and that was in 30 games. So in less games, he played the most minutes in his career twice. In the Bundesliga, he played 30 games and played over 300 to 400 more minutes in the Bundesliga in two different seasons. So that means his minutes significantly dropped with injuries. You understand me? Yeah. So he had a lot of injuries. So in his career, they're saying that in international career, he played 17,494 minutes right there. But it shows you in two of his seasons, almost three of his seasons at Bayern Leverkusen, he played over 1,800 minutes per season right there. So it tells you that he just had a tough time. He started off tough, and you could say that he only got the one good solid season out. To be honest, Villa fans beat him this moment and praise him the other. Yes, that is true. That is true. But I'm not even talking about Villa fans. I'm just showing you that maybe it's they were not trying to get rid of him, because the question that someone asked, why they're trying to get rid of him, and I'm telling people that no, I don't think they're getting rid of him. I think it's like they came to a conclusion and say that maybe this is the best way forward, and it looked like Liam Bailey might have agreed with it as well, because maybe the place that he wants to go, which might come soon, don't think that is his final destination. This is just the biggest one out there. Maybe someone in Germany offer him a contract, or in Spain, or maybe in the Premier League, because Manchester United wanted 30 million plus Rashford for him. You understand me? But obviously, they would have lost something in their club. So your answer, the person that asked the question, your answer is because the club wants to make money, and maybe Liam Bailey wouldn't be, maybe Liam Bailey might want to make some money too as well. Honestly, Bailey is the only Jamaican player that I have seen that had so many injuries. Really, really, wow. Okay. Can still play at. I think he can play at all of these levels. He showed me that he can play at all of these levels. He can play at all of these levels. Because even today, I was over cranky typing because I was working here. As you saw that I'm working, and I wasn't really completed, as yet. And I was saying when Cranky talking about Cephas and saying that at this point he would pick Cephas over, like he's above all of the other people. So it's like Cephas and any. Cranky brought it down to 6 now. Before it was Cephas and any 10. Well, Cranky say now it's Cephas and any 6. Yeah, so he named out the others. He named out others, like he named out the goalkeeper, Pinnock, the Aiden, he named out those guys, but he said that and any 6 at this point. So I was saying that, and then he said about what Cephas did in that period is better than Liam Bailey. And I said, I don't really agree with that. Liam Bailey, it's because we judge him off his expectations because he's coming in from the Premier League and what he did in the Premier League, why we think that he's a failure in the Jamaica team. But if you look at his numbers in the Jamaica team, it's not as bad as terrible. You understand me? Because his number is higher than Cephas. And he has more games as well. That is true. But we don't give Cephas the same amount of games to see, to have that conversation. You understand me? So I'm just saying that he still has more in him. He just did that this season. The one year ago, he still has more in him. So I don't think to go to that lower level, it's not the right direction to go. It's not the right direction to go. JD, I think Saudi Arabia willing spend that money, and the team in the EPL want that money, not turning it down. But that's what I'm pretty much saying. I think maybe Liam Bailey gets what he wants, and the team gets what they want as well. Because they wanted Rashford, but they never wanted to pay 30 more million on top of that for Rashford. You understand me? So maybe now they can sell Liam Bailey, still pay 45 million for Rashford, and then hold on some of the money. So I don't know it works out. Dean Fraser said Bailey is lazy, so him will go, JD. Okay, I wouldn't jump and just hope he doesn't drop off like Gray. Well, you never may know. It all comes by your mentals, It all comes out by your mentals. New Wave said, get your money, baller. All right, then no problem, no problem. But I hope you can understand from my standpoint. I hope you can understand from my standpoint what I'm coming off from. It's nothing to like, oh, he should not get his money, because remember, anywhere you play, it's still money. And for me as a human being, I've realized that money doesn't really mean much at certain point. Like to go for more money doesn't really mean much at certain point, because it's very few things you can buy at certain point. That's all I'm saying to you, New Wave. So my approach is completely different to I look at it. And remember, I'm in football, so my overall perspective will be different than what you think. But it's okay. If you say get your money, I'm not going to judge you off that. I'm just going to tell you that for me, it's going to come off from, I want to teach my kid to say that, I achieved this, and this is how I did so, because he makes enough money that he can take care of his family until he dies. So getting more money doesn't necessarily means that you're going to feel comfortable after you get that more money. As what someone just said, look at a Gray. Look at other people that went there. They don't seem to be as comfortable because they are not achieving what they came into football for. You understand me? So yes, it's good to take the money. That is true. But sometimes you might need to go into it. You need to take what you go into it truly for, which is for the legacy. You understand me? I understand that's a game that you can just get injured and you're done. But for me, it's a legacy for me, in my opinion. You understand me? And that's why I wanted to talk it out with you guys. So I never built the video, and then people saw it short, it stopped short, and you thought that I am just bad minding local guys, because that's what someone came in and said. I don't know how people can think that dumb. You don't even listen to what I'm saying, and then you said I'm bad minding local guys. Yo, these people, no man. Sometimes you have to question what's up. You know what's up. But let me put the same title as Liam Bailey said to see a life changing Saudi transfer. All right. All right. So let me put it right here. Put the copy right here and just paste it because it's not me saying that. It's them saying that. And I don't know nothing about it. All right. Life changing Saudi transfer. All right. All right. All right. All right. That's good. Mhm. Martin Baker, big up yourself. Thanks for being a massive respect. Lee and Bailey are older and JD. If you was playing, you would look at it another way. Bailey is EPL level and is better than a lot of players in the Prem. But sometimes you have to make a decision for your family. Yes, but CC, that's why I'm saying I'm giving from my point of view, which is in the coaching studies and around football here, and also not suffering. You understand me? So I'm just giving you my perspective from that side and saying that if I am not suffering and if I was in a position, I think it would be a dream chaser rather than a money chasing. You understand me? Because it's sir it, CC, it's when you have certain things that you can go on a one vacation, you can buy any car you want, you can buy any house you want. Maybe you have to upgrade to yacht and jet, yes, but at some point it doesn't mean much more. in, New Wave said, get your money and mad them. New Wave, so New Wave, you want the man to make money to come to Jamaica and brag on people and poor people? You can't brag against poor people. What are you talking about, New Wave? The man said, get your money and mad them. We can't be so simple-minded. I was talking about football. So new people. Oh, we got on that subject. JD, these guys acting like he's got no money. That's what I'm trying to say to them, Mr. Man. They don't understand. JD, what would you say to about? I said the same thing about Ivan Tony. Pull back the video when he said that. When he did that, I said, and even you guys, this is the hypocrisy from you, CC. You said his English career is done. You and everyone here and said it was a bad move. It was a bad move, and Ivan Tony might well, not Ivan Tony earned less than Liam Bailey at the time when he made the move. So why you guys never said it was a life-changing money move? And now you guys are CC, you can't answer that now, you know. You can't answer that. JD, I'm 60 years old and me getting a move to Saudi, I should take. Duran one is much more easier. Duran can spend 2 seasons, take the money, and come straight back in the Premier League. Because remember, Duran was on the brink, playing very good, and Ollie Watkins kept keeping the game. So he moves, spend 1 season, and then come straight back over. If he spends more than 2 seasons at his age, remember, Duran is years younger than Liam Bailey. What are you talking about, CC? So Liam Bailey is older, a little bit older. Maybe he could have spent a next year and a half and then go there when you're almost 29 and then you just set sail, set sail. But it's okay. That's just my point. And it was coming off of a football conversation, nothing else. All right. I'm hoping that people understands that it's coming from a football standpoint, just a flat out football standpoint. All right. Just a flat out football standpoint, people. We're doing only 45 minutes, so please drop the like on the video, and then drop the likes on the video, get it up to around 150, 200, and give me your feedback on my statement. The man made made a choice, free to voice your opinion. Best choice for him and family. There is already talk of benching him at JA. Okay, but I never made any talk like that of benching him in JA. I don't know. I don't know. All right. JD, that's what people thought Oscar was going to do. Yes, that is true. That is true. That is true. But Oscar realized that maybe he doesn't know, he never liked football. Oscar realized that he never liked football, all right? He never liked football and he just continued to play for the money. You understand me? Yes. But I'm just saying, from a standpoint of where you, if it's football you fell in love with, or it was just for your family and the benefits of football, it could be different. That's all I'm saying. I was just having a conversation and asking a few questions. Nothing personal, all right? Hmm. All right. So if it's not, if that's not the move, the last conversation on it, if that's not the move, Ranger said 3-year contract at 30 million per year, guaranteed 40 million, not bad for a man from Cassava Piece. Okay, so you're saying that doesn't matter, yeah, man. And take that money and and just do your thing. All right, all right. And I love that. I love the honesty coming from people. Saying this to me. This is where he's coming from. But can you see, Ranger? Can you see my standpoint where I'm coming from? That's all I'm asking. Could you see my standpoint where you're coming from? Alexander said Jamaica has good team. What are the chances they qualify for the World Cup? I think it's about 35 to 50. Would you put that? No, I would put 50 because 50, yeah, I think we could put it 50. It's not like 100. They're one of the favorites, so 35 to 45. Let me not put it 50 because it's only two teams, three teams qualifying. Fully, and you have Panama, you have Costa Rica in it. That's actually a higher rated team than Jamaica, so I can't put Jamaica 50%. You understand me? I think all of them would have gotten like a 30%. So 30% would be fair to give Jamaica chances of qualifying for the World Cup. 30%, because Panama would have had the same 30%, and Costa Rica has the same 30%, and then the Suriname and everybody else has like a 10 plus percentage. That's what I would use if that's okay. Imaxit, man can get a career-ending injury, so it would be foolish to pass up on that opportunity. All right, all right, all right, all right. AKA Big Up Yourself Phantom said 10 million a year tax-free. But them say they are not having no conversation. They are taking the money, period. All right. So they don't care about what I'm saying. But I was just asking if you guys viewed from that standpoint, because I was having some conversations with my friends, and they were giving it from that and asking how Jamaicans footballers look at things from inside the country. If it's like a legacy over money, because it's a big news. It's a big news. So my friends, and I said, I don't know. I will run it by my subscribers, and maybe you can watch about my video and see from what they do think. And at this point, you guys are saying that, yo, where he's coming from, this is life-changing money for his generations to come. So he would have to just make a family decision and make the move. Yes. As long as Jamaica don't face Costa Rica and Panama, they have a good chance. Yeah, but 30% chance out of 100, and I split 30% for Jamaica, Panama, and Costa Rica. I think that is fair. That means I'm giving Jamaica and Costa Rica the equal amount of chance to go through. Good for Leon Bailey getting a bag for his future and family, but can lose much. Sharpness playing in less competitive leagues, yes, less team skills league, so will affect the national team. So you're saying that pretty much he might down tools, but it's a family decision, so you would still go for that family decision. I love that explanation, Ma. Love that one. I view it from a footballing standpoint. Maybe got still on still an island. Look at it, or look at the money. Can't blame them. Okay, and it's fair. It's fair. Abu Bakar. Oh my God. Okay, Arda said that I look like Abu Bakar. He keeps telling me that based on the moment of what I see in the Unity Cup, 70% chance of making. Though it can't be a 70% chance when you have three big teams in it. Jamaica is not above Costa Rica or Panama. They are all in the same range. And if you want to put them above it, they can't be two times. So you're telling me that Panama and Costa Rica fighting for, because you said 75 or 70. Let me see, make sure what is I'm correct. You said 70% chance. So Costa Rica and Panama has 15% chance, and Jamaica has a 70% chance. It was out of 100 for all teams, And I said Jamaica would have gotten 30, and Panama gotten 30, and Costa Rica gotten 30. So everybody else would have to fight for the scraps, but those are the three favorites. So that's why I gave all of them 30. I could have gone for Panama and Costa Rica higher because they have been rated higher over Jamaica for the last, when I don't even know, for a long time. Let's be honest, Leon seems to have reached his ceiling as a player. If he can double his wages, then he should do it. He wasn't touching the pitch at Villa. Right, all right, all right. I love the honesty. I'm just asking, to run it by people to see how they think. And maybe in the future, I might, when I have these shorter stories and I can do it like 45 minutes, I will do so and get the feedback from the people live to see what they have to say on it, They phrased the headline like Bailey not ready, getting 6.2 million a year at Aston Villa and millions from previous club. 10 million tax free is hard to turn down though. Yes, and that's what I was talking about. He has already achieved certain figures, so it's not hard to turn down the other figure. You understand me? And that's what I was trying to say to people, but maybe they never looked at it from that standpoint. But it's okay. I get to understand how people would think on the matter. But for me, I would have, because I know that I've made enough money that can change my family life. I don't want to sit down miserable in my house, not achieving the best I could at my profession. So I would make sure at least I play at the highest level until I can't. Then I take whatever left because I still am earning enough money. Aim Henry said that's not how you calculate odds. It's divided by 100%. No, no, no. Aim Henry, that's how you would have calculated the odds, Aim Henry, but no, it's different. It's different. It's different. Remember, it's three different group you're going to have, Aim Henry. So unless you want me to cut the groups and say, unless Jamaica is not in the same group with either Costa Rica or Panama. You understand me? Because now, if you make me do it the way I should have done it, Aim Henry, it might would have gone a little bit lower. Because if I said if they are in the same group with Panama, it's not going to be 50-50, it's going to be a little bit less because the other teams are in there as well. So that's why I just said, let me just group the biggest ones and then not try to cause a problem in Henry. So I hope you understood what I was trying to do. I was trying to avoid the problem. You understand me? I was trying to avoid the additional problem. Barely noticed, I, Dean Carter, thanks for being here. Barely noticed the injuries and the frequent ends, the injury frequency coming. Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. So you made a choice. All right, then. As what I said, all the best to him. Hope he keeps the fitness up because I do see others. Ronaldo is a prime professional. You saw what he did he's still in Portugal's team, still performing at the highest level. So nobody tell me that it can't be done. It can be done. It can be done. All right. Nesta says, Jamaica, if y'all play good in the Gold Cup, y'all might win because USA don't care about the Gold Cup. Yes, and some of their players are going to be preferring clubs as well. You understand me? People forgot Leon is 28, went to Villa in his prime based on his output. he's not going to find a club that will give him trophies or a big payday right now. So you're saying that that's the direction to go. Bailey agent said he would be one of the best players in the world. What a shame. Um, so can he not go to Saudi and be one of the best players in the world? Because if he goes to Saudi, he's becoming a competitive league, based on the amount of actual quality players there. So if he goes there and do like Ivan, Tony, Benzema, Ronaldo, would you not? I don't think you can call him the best quote unquote player in the world, because you would say the league is not the highest, but you could still say he's showing promise to be up there with elites, Yes. What's your thoughts on Damar Gray since he moved? I think Damar Gray was in a limbo. He was in a limbo before. And to be honest, he never really recovered from that limbo. All right. So I would say that he never really kick on. But it comes down to a lot of things, not just it comes down to a lot of things, not just not just because he's in Saudi. No, it comes down to how you act, how much of a professional you are, because Ronaldo showed me that if you stay professional, you can get a lot out of yourself there. It's just who you are. Big up yourself, Elm. Thanks for being here. Conrad, massive respect everyone that's coming in. Big up. All right. Because JD, Europe bias. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking to you. I said, I saw players still playing at a high level. Europe bought players to come into Europe, because they saw something from them. Paper plate, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. We are gonna only do a little more time, so I'm sorry if people missed it. Bailey will perform better for JA. Club will be less taxing on his body. Yeah, that may be the case as well. That's why I said he has to remain professional and stay in the best shape. So anytime he comes for Jamaica, he knows he's coming to Jamaica to tear up Jamaica. Just know that, listen to me, I'm just gonna beat the brakes off some of these teams because I don't have the extra workload from the clubs in the English Premier League. And Eagle probably said, JD, what people keep forgetting is that footballers pay a whopping 40 to 50% tax in England. In Saudi, they pay zero taxes. It's called creating generational wealth for your family. All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, so Liam Bailey will go to the Gold Cup. I think so, Nesta. He would want his name to go in the mixer. So if a next bigger team wants to come in, he maybe I hope he doesn't sign it before the Gold Cup finishes. Yes. So he can use that to propel himself up the table. To get the best. If you want money, try to get the best money possible. The Saudi League is very physical, and I see a lot of games on artificial turf, which could be a problem for Bailey given his injury history. Okay, Live and Learn says Bailey chose money over staying competitive and set records. Okay, all right, fair enough, because I said something similar, but not in that. You know, harsh way, yeah, but I was thinking in the same lines that I would have gone for the legacy, so I can't beat what you said, but maybe the way you said it, other people would disagree with how you said it, but not what you said. Bailey should not be selected for. Oh my God! All right, so Live and Learn said he should not be selected, but Live and Learn, where I would disagree with that strongly. The Saudi League is 10 times better than the JPL, but we are picking players out of the JPL. So how can you penalize a man that is a higher level player, one of the best players to ever come out of Jamaica, and he's still playing at a 10 times higher level than players that you're selecting? So you're going to pay. That seems like you just have an envy against that player. No, that don't seems right. Live and learn. That don't seems like right at all. That don't seems right at all. Yeah. if See, you're gonna disrespect the man to go to the Saudi League because he left the Premier League, one of the best leagues in the world, and obviously it's a step down. That's true, but it's not. He's not playing in the JPL, so you can say, okay, he was playing beside these guys in the JPL. So you're gonna be happy when they pick two JPL players and say, oh yes, those are from for development. But the next man that is at a 10-time level can't get in the game. Nah, nah, no. I'm not gonna agree with that. All right. I am. I am not gonna agree with that. Saudi League is bigger than the MLS. Y'all stop play down Saudi. Bear in mind, but tech savvy, that's what we just said. We said it's 10 times higher than the JPL. So we never downplayed it at all. And we are calling him out. We are calling out the commenter. Phoenix Academy gonna get enough money. Yeah, real rich. Real rich. That is like winning the Premier League in Jamaica 700 times consecutive. Real rich. You know, Mr. Butler does a laugh. And you wonder if he's getting mad. Real rich. Determine says Bailey is the best player to come out of Jamaica. Correct, JD. No, no, no. I know about football history, and I want to say that is not true. Bailey is one of the best players to come out of Jamaica. Jamaica. I'm not 20 years old. You're not gonna bully me to say what you want me to say. All right? No. Ricardo Gardner did it well a long time in England on a cold night in Stoke, and Ricardo Gardner was um, rated one of the highest left backs in the world. Like maybe top in England, he was top five behind Ashley Cole and those guys, and had rumors to go to Real Madrid. We're gonna stop downplaying Ricardo Gardner and the people. I am old, you know. Ricardo Fuller played good, but Ricardo Fuller is not on the same level as Ricardo Gardner. People don't understand how big Ricardo Gardner was, you know, people. I think you need to go back in history, you know, and know how big Ricardo Gardner was. Ricardo Gardner is a full cult hero for the entire Premier League. Ricardo Fuller is a cult hero for Stoke. For Stoke. Ricardo Gardner is literally a cult hero for the league, the Premier League. I am telling you, okay, you're gonna work more. One was playing for 20 years ago, 20 years ago, and one is playing now. Football have risen. So hold on there. How much Zidane sold for? How much Zidane sold for? You're telling me that Zidane worth less than Leon Bailey? Leon Bailey sold for 6 times what Zidane sold for. So you're telling me that Leon Bailey worth more than Zidane? Answer that, and you can't answer that because you know what the truth is. Inflation in football counts. Stop the foolishness, all right? Play some. Gardner placed himself being considered best in the world in his position. Yes, yes. Ricardo Gardner was remember, people, it was in my time. Ricardo Gardner was highly rated in England. Like I'm telling you, top two, top threes in what I think in one season. Put it on one season. I thought he got that injury at the end of the season as well. Maybe that's. I would like to talk to him to ask him like how close he was for leaving Bolton, because I think it's people like myself that followed his career, followed his career that much, would have to ask him like what, like you need to tell Jamaican people that you might could have ended up at Real Madrid in a time when it's only legendary ballers go to Real Madrid. And they were looking at him, the way he plays. He was a fullback. People, Ricardo Gardner seems to be maybe the best player I've ever seen come out of Jamaica. I, 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 I've said it for years. I don't see anybody else give me that feeling that came out of Jamaica. Ricardo Gardner, I believe the people. I think I don't know if it's because he was not as, I don't know. It looks like Walter Boy is more famous than Ricardo Gardner in Jamaica. It just seems like that. It's like he was not in the trenches or something. It looks like he has something about him that make you guys don't give him the same respect. But do the research, man. What about Garfield Reed? No, man, no, man. Ricardo, people, I am not moving off that. Ricardo Gardner is, maybe, I think he's no doubt the biggest player to ever come out of Jamaica. Yes, straight up. Respect Leon Bailey and what he's doing, but Ricardo Gardner ain't normal. Ricardo Fuller was good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that Ricardo Gardner took an extra leap than everybody else in a time when nobody even get close to doing so. You understand me? Sorry about that, people. I'm trying to put the charger in so we can continue talking, because I think the battery would have drained down. Yes, people, go back and research what I'm saying, and I think you guys could understand. You understand me? Gardner's son doing great. Yes, he's doing great as well. Richie, big up yourself. Ricardo Gardner played for Bolton Wanderers. Yes, 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 yes. But because it was in the 2000s, early 2000s, nobody know about it in Jamaica, you understand me? And the way they view things, it's just like a recency bias. And I'm realizing that a lot of people just do the recency bias thing. You understand me? Yeah. What about Raheem Sterling? I'm talking about people that played for Jamaica. Raheem Sterling would have been one of the biggest baller, if not the biggest baller. You would have had, yeah. So I agree with that. But he did not play. John Barnes didn't play for Jamaica. I'm talking about people that played for Jamaica. You understand me? No social media back then, okay? But Wes Morgan, no, born in Jamaica, born and played for Jamaica, born and played for Jamaica. It was very clear what I was saying, people know what I was saying. No, I'm not downplaying anybody. I'm just telling you the best player to come out of Jamaica, because it is always determined starts these arguments. Yeah, John Barnes and Sterling would have been better but they never played for Jamaica. They both played for England. You understand me? Yes. Ian Goodison was one of the best Simba-led player, major league player to ever come out of Jamaica. Yes, but Ian Goodison never reached the level. And I think players coming back to Jamaica need to really give that guy his credit, They really need to give that guy his credit. You get me? They really need to give him his credit. You really need to give him his credit. Believe me. Austin was a strong defensive midfielder, but I honestly believe that nobody giving the Dan his credit. Bibi was a schoolboy while playing for Harborview, not a pro schoolboy. Um, Yeah, yeah. Ian Goodison was good. Yes, he was good in the lower leagues, and he was good for Jamaica. Very good for Jamaica. Before the game said, "Do you think the EPL players are getting fed up of the lifestyle in England and hostility in the EPL, and that is making it easy for them to move to Saudi for the money?" Yes, I would agree that it's possible. That's definitely possible. That could be the case because a lot what people don't understand, before the game, a lot of people don't understand that sometimes, as what I've said, sometimes it's not money anymore. Sometimes it's a piece. It's just a piece, you know. And that's why I said what I said early on. It's just a legacy to put up against your piece. You might would have stayed the extra 2 years. You understand me? So that's why I came to that conclusion. Andre Blake in the EPL might have an argument. The way Bailey's season ended this season, him leaving to Saudi, his career will be considered a failure. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. That is a little bit extreme from Marcus Mosiah Garvey. You're talking in the context of worldwide football, not Jamaica level, not who played for Jamaica in history. You're talking in worldwide football, like out of all the Wonder Kids of that year. If that's what you said, I can understand where you're coming from. Where you're coming from, JD. But some EPL players take care of villages. Yeah. JD, do you think going from England to Saudi lower your value after? No, it all depends on what you did. All depends on what you did when you went there. We have players that went there, like two young players from Brazil left out of the U20s, and I thought that they went there and easy well moved back from there for more money. So it doesn't drop your value at all. It all depends on what you do and at the age that you are. So Duran would be a good one to watch, people. Duran would be a very good one to watch. Duran would be a very good one to watch. So watch out for Duran because Duran is young. So in a year or two, and if he starts to kill it there, and then someone buy him for 70 million, that means it's more, and if the market value pushes higher, that's a success. You understand me? Bailey will never be a failure. You let we stop being extreme. I think he never expresses what he meant, so he has to figure out how to clear up what he meant. Yes. No failure, injuries. Listen to me. People read what he said and let him have his follow up, and then you can take on what he said because I thought it was a open statement, not necessarily any targets to it, so you can argue it. Butler only care about the bag. A Butler only trying to profit. I don't think that would be a Butler situation. All right. So he followed up. He said Bailey is the most successful male player, not the best. Okay. So why you keep on? So why people them a beat you? Say you need to the people you come on the channel when you say Leon Bailey. It is about Leon Bailey. Need to clear it up because it's Leon Bailey fans here. All right. LB said, I would like to be a US 8 million failure. Oh, but let the man finish what he was saying because I thought he was trying to make his point. Like maybe he has a high expectation of Leon Bailey. And then if he goes there and never really push on to win a title in one of the big leagues and move on to one of the big clubs, the extra big clubs, he would deem it as a failure. So let him finish. Let him come back to his point. So Marcus, can you please expand on your point so they can understand where you're coming from? Because if they leave it like that, you're gonna wile up the people I've for no reason. JD, where is your 23 man squad? I said this was just a short video. I said I'm gonna have a one-to-one with Liam Bailey fan base because it's very big, and we decide what's the best case. You understand me? So tomorrow I will try and break down my analysis on the Wemaxit and also do my 23 because on Wednesday I have to bring my van in for servicing and I don't know what time I'm going to get it back and I have to be moving all over the place. JD, Afro Jamaican, big up yourself, RR. He already got Aston Villa to the Champions League. That is a success enough. Beautiful day pushed back. All right. So they believe that Liam Bailey is a success, even in world level football already. He didn't have to go to Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, none of those things. Dr. Dan said, not everyone's goal is to win championship. Some just want to feed their families. Well, Dr. Dan, so I think everybody pushing back on Marcos says, surprisingly, Sterling don't get offer to go to Saudi with his high price. All right, tell him, JD, leather belt? No, well, I think he's reading the comments. Maybe he loves these foolishness, He loves to wile up the people, them. All right, so guys, we're on 145 likes. If you double tap the screen, just double tap your screen if you're using a cell phone, and it's going to automatically like it. So the more likes you put on the video is the more people will know that we're live. And if you like our line of reasoning, which is always from a football education standpoint, you can subscribe to the channel because I'm always going to come off from that. I am not a Jamaican first. I am a football person first. So I want you to understand that. So maybe sometime my points, because I think that's what the point last in. I'm an analyst first and then a Jamaican second. You understand me? So, so that's my problem. I can't come out of it because I do it for a living in my head. I do it for a living in my head. So every time I'm talking on football, I can't talk as if I'm a normal fan. So I hope you understand. JJ Hines, I'm very sorry about that. All right, all right. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that upon condolence to you and your family, and hope you get over it. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're subscribing, subscribe for footballing reasons because that's who I am and that's the way I do think. All right. Yes, I'm a Jamaican second, but on the internet I'm a Jamaican second because obviously I'm talking about football. Or if you want to put, if you know you guys want to say I'm a Nigerian, I'm a Asian, but I'm an analyst first. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm an analyst first. So when people signed up, they need to sign up that I am a football person first. So I have to talk as a football man first. All right, so you can't just expect me to say, "Oh, Jamaica will win regardless." If I know that I calculated everything and see that it's tough for Jamaica to win, I'm hoping I can come on the internet and you guys view me as that. I'm here for 5 6 years trying to convert you guys as to what reality is, but you guys want to bad me up that I need to be a Jamaican first, and then after the match finish, then maybe an analyst. I don't know. And that hold me back, that hold back my career in the people, that hold back my career. Like a lot of people love when I break down things, and I could have gotten a lot of contracts before, but you guys hold me back, you know? JD, sorry to change the topic. Would you start the same? No, no, we're not. This is Leon Bailey's stream. This is Leon Bailey's stream. Alex, I try to take it away. This move is disappointing, in my opinion. He's under 30, could even move to Ajax, who showed interest previously. All right. Yes, Kismeti JD is a yardman first. Don't make them fool you. No, no, no. Everybody know the first country I will choose. The other day I chose Jamaica to win. And you know what they did to me? I'm gonna show you how they are just playing tricks on me. When I went over to Cranky's channel, Cranky said he picks Nigeria to win the game. So how can Cranky that register himself as a fan can pick Jamaica to lose? But if I say Jamaica would have lost the game, they would have retired me from YouTube. But Cranky told me that he said it's 3-2, it's 3-2, the game is going to finish. Cranky told me that that's what he said. And you guys never beat Cranky. So oh is it? Or is it the analyst can't analyze the game, but Cranky can just do whatever he wants to do? Are you guys bully me? You know what I'm realizing? I'm going to stick with what I believe, and you guys are not going to try to con me out, because when I said Jamaica would win, when I know that Nigeria is the favorites, because I already analyzed everything, I said Nigeria is the favorites, and I want Jamaica to win. But because to bully me, I'm going to bet 2-1 Jamaica. Okay, you guys said Cranky's an American. Oh my God, Cranky's not an American. I don't even think Cranky was born in America. I think Cranky was born in England. I'm not sure. I would have to figure that out. Maybe Cranky alone can answer that himself. JD, we hold you to the eye. Oh, so older. so, but what you're telling me that and no, we're not gonna be in the disrespect of Cranky. No, we're not gonna do that. I am just looking at you and say everybody did football, but I'm showing you the bias. And maybe when you don't see me as Jamaican enough, I don't want to convert, you think gonna convert me, but I'm telling you guys, I spend so much money per year on food for Jamaica to bring in the country that I'm at. I do everything Jamaican. You understand me? Ask my wife. My wife is Belgian and she can cook every food. My wife might can cook better than half of Jamaica. I shouldn't have said that. But my wife might can cook Jamaican food better than half of Jamaica. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you. Because I called my mother the other day when she made the stew peas. Because she made the stew peas here. All right? And she made the rice and peas. Done first, I say I lie that. All right, all right, all right. All right. I'm gonna tell her. You guys say a lie. I'm gonna tell her when I come off this stream. I'm gonna tell her. So when we're doing the barbecue, I'm gonna make sure make things for you guys to see. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make she make things on the screen for you guys to see, and then just watch. I'm done talking. I'm done arguing with you. I'm gonna prove a point to you. See, all right. My backyard finishing, so barbecue time coming. I just bought the tent and stuff to go over, so I don't have to argue with you. I don't. No bother with it. No bother with the tying foolishness. All right. No bother with the food. Listen, no, in life we can prove things, we can prove things. So no one argue with me. It's because I like to act like a big chef, the biggest chef and all sort of foolishness. I'm gonna show no, all right. Well, I'm gonna show since who lie that, oh, nobody can, oh, she if you come from Belgium and cook better than, I am not going to argue. I am going to prove it. Because nothing is better than proving something. And no one going to say, it look good, but it might not taste good. See, these guys, I can't win because they're going to say, look good. Dan Fraser says, stop the cap. JD, go to Belgium, go turn girl, clone. Oh my God. Why would they say things like that? What give you the right to say, what kind of this, what have I done for you to try and disrespect? Brother, we are talking here. JD, your boy Jean Paul Burios yes, he got called. He got called. I need to do a video on it. Yes, JD, you love fight, so they are going to fight with you. It's a Jamaican thing. No, but I'm saying Tycoon, every time I said my lady cooking some food and I'm here doing my YouTube with them, and she brought the food, come and everything. Umza disrespect me. Oh, my lady went to the shop to buy food and all of those foolishness. They are always disrespectful. So I just said she might can cook better than half of some of these people. And no, they got upset. They are the ones did it. And I just said maybe she can cook better than half of them. And they got in their feelings. All right, people. You know what? This is not my lady food cooking nothing. I said it's coming to summer. We fix the backyard and everything. So our food time. So I'm gonna have my food streams, and we're gonna just do things. We are gonna see, and people need to send me. So all of the money we laugh, they need to send me in their pot what they are cooking. Because one of my subscribers sent me his pot that he's cooking and show me that he's a real chef. I respect that. So let me tell you who that is. Let me tell you who that is. Dr. Hero, I think Dr. Hero. Dr. Hero showed me that he's a real chef. So Dr. Hero tell me that he cooks a lot and all of those stuff. And show me that he's a real chef. Say, see, all the men we talk and go on, they are the ones I need to see sending their food. So you guys have my number, all right? JD, my wife is Ivorian, and my parents are surprised how good she can cook. Thank you. Christopher, thank you. They, so all of them are going, this them diss me because this them try diss me. Thank you, Christopher. And honestly, other people, please come to my aid in the chat. Now tell them that you have other Jamaican outside people that's not Jamaican that learn our dish and can cook it properly. Please, some other people come to my rescue. All right, because they're laughing after me. JD, when last you eat mackerel? I went and I have like 5 different versions of mackerel in my fridge. You want me to go for them? JD, your maths is off. All 3 teams can make it. Their maths is depicting what? That 3 teams are fighting for 1 spot. Yes. Yes, sorry. We have a field. Okay. Okay, so nobody not okay. So hold on. They make like people like the one Marcus and them and Marcus and who else? Marcus and New Wave and all them troublemaker here in the chat. Make you don't want to tell the truth who there with. That's the difference. I am not a liar. I never pretend. That's my life. You understand me? So you guys can come out and tell people, say, yes, yeah, your wife is not Jamaican and and tell the truth and let me get some support because she cooks your Asian and Nigerian dishes too. No, I don't have none of those dishes. I don't think she can cook that. Maybe she should have to learn. What is your favorite Belgian dish? I think stew beef and so you would say frites met vlees, stoofvlees would be, but it's stew beef met with fries. So that is a translation. because obviously it's Dutch. So yes, so stew beef with fries. That is my best one. I don't like the mashed potato so much because they have mashed potato, so which is just called potato here because they are the biggest country of potatoes. Yeah, JD, my wife is Asian, and I know she know how to cook. But okay, no, but you needed to tell them that she can cook better Jamaican food than people in Jamaica as well, so they can curse you out. you got you can't just let me alone get the cursing out. Because when they said me, all right, so him say his wife is Asian and she can cook. Him try to compete. But I am not going to get into that competition battle right there. I want him to say that, yes, she can cook better than half of them inside Jamaica, but like to talk about there are big chefs. So he can get the curse into as well. But he's not going JD. Young dollies don't cook. Man buy them Benz. Yeah, people, Ali and Bailey stream this. I don't know. Oh, we got onto this, Oh my God. Sorrel? No, I don't think she makes sorrel. Remember, certain things are hard to get here, Certain things are hard to get here. So what I don't order, so all of the dishes for Jamaica, I would have just bought them and they do come here. So whatever I bought in England. And if I do go to Netherlands, which I do go to Netherlands like almost every month or so, I would just go to wherever you have, because I realize that the Asian people have a lot of similar food kinds as us. So I can get corn, plantain, scallion, thyme, ginger, soya sauce, obviously rice and those things we can get them. And sometimes they have Jamaica because I bought a ginger beer. I bought a ginger beer inside the Chinese place. So when I go there, I have to buy things there and then I order the rest to get everything inside. And then after that, I can plan out my dishes then. But I bought enough. And then remember, you can just buy chicken and everything, what you would have needed. So you need beef, but like goat, I have to go to in Antwerp to buy goat. So yeah, but I did all them, man. Believe me, that's why I said I don't worry. I am happy because it's me, and that's why even the other day when the person was talking, I said, "Brother, I don't know you, and I don't care for you because it's just me. I'm just in a world by myself. So I'm a Jamaican that came to a place and I can freely eat what I want to eat and live my life and enjoy my life. I have no time to worry about other people, That's so sometimes maybe it can come off disrespectful, but I don't mean any disrespect. I just mean that I'm in my zone by myself, and that's just me. I just think about what I'm doing, and I don't really trouble people, to be honest, Yeah, but if I do see something that I have to speak on, I am going to be one of the first to speak on it because it makes sense, and as it relates to footballing thing, and that time when Oral Tracy and the guys them that call in doing that, it makes sense to speak on that. RR said you're mad. um, JD, please don't show off your things to people. Why would I show off my things to people? I am literally just sitting here talking to you and talking about food. So can I not talk about food? No, I was saying that to show my point, to say that at some point you don't need to run down things. You understand? So with it connected back to Lee and Bailey argument, because Lee and Bailey these guys are real rich in all countries. So at some point, money doesn't mean anything. You can't tell me that, because you're paying 40% tax and you're paying 50% this and 50% that. No. So at some point, it doesn't. If you have a legacy on the line, you're okay, But as you said, they broke in his home. They broke in his home a few times, I heard. So maybe it was uncomfortable as what before the game said, So we can look at it from that standpoint, Yeah. I'm sorry if you thought that I was showing off my things because I never showed off anything. People ask me questions about food, and we were just talking about food. You thought, people, we have 168 in the chat. Thanks for being here. You thought that I was showing off anything, or we were just talking about food? Let me know. because I never got that. I never thought people got like I was showing off anything. I don't know how you come to that conclusion. That seems a little bit off. Like why we think like that, man? Oh, the world don't think like that, man. I think we can just freely talk about some food, you know. Newly promoted Saudi Pro League, Niam, yes, football guru, Niam SC, yeah. Bailey should keep a party and go do the phone dance. Okay, so what that is show off. That is show off. A man go to Jamaica after signing a contract and put a phone to his ear with how much money is, yeah, that is show off, you know. So Marcus Mozart Garvey telling you that he's show off, you know. Laugh out loud. No, JD. Yeah, because I think I've always tried to be maintain a composure and never showcase what I truly have or not like that. I only said that I'm always in my zone and by myself and I don't do anything and I'm okay. That is not showing off. That means I am satisfied with what I have. I could have less than you. I could have less than you, you know. But I'm just satisfied with what I have. So I think sometimes people need to listen to the wording, you know. Okay, no man, a different thing me talk, man. It's on other YouTubers do it. So I'm asking, no, David J. My showing off is when I can do something for a kid. I never come here and show off nothing. When I bought the new van, you guys told me to show the van and all of those stuffs, and I said no, I'm not doing it. I made sure to reserve myself and try to set an example to the people that I'm talking to and show them that you know what we should put at the front and center. I've never been that person. At least since I'm in Belgium, I've never been that person. Maybe if I was in Jamaica, you could go back to the Jamaican time because I was young and in Jamaica, I never knew much different. But no, now man, I'm a way more reserved person. A way reserved person today. I'm not a show off. That's what Leon did last. Oh, he did it already. Oh my God. So you see what I'm talking about? Marcos says he did it already. I would never do. Look, people. I've never gone back to Jamaica since I've left Jamaica. You think if I was a show off person, I wouldn't just gone back to do other things. I have other things to do, and I put those things at the front and try to accomplish those things and try to motivate people and help people at the same time. So you can't say I never did anything. I did things, but I never went back. I will go back one day, you know. Um, Reggae Girls play tomorrow. Are you gonna cover it? Yes, we are gonna do the Reggae Girls game. If people wanna show off, I fit them business as well. That is true. I think for me that is trying to sell humbleness to players and to learn and education first. I can't put money first for us. And I am the person that people look up to give them the footballing education and how Europe works and what they need to have. All right. So maybe you can do that or others could do that, but I don't think I should use my medium to do things like that. And if I'm doing that, you can call me out at any point. All right. If I'm doing that, you can call me out at any time. JD, let's open a new bar business so we can get some of Bailey money. He's got. David just said this dude looks like a milk dud. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. It look like you know what it is, so I'm hoping that you're okay and well. Big up yes, JD. So is it true? Well, there it looks like it's gathering steam. I'm hoping that it's not true, but everybody talking about it. So we said that let we just do a video and see how people would have received it, you know. But it looks like everyone's saying that he should go and take the money, you know. Humble is not military. It's not to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Nice words of Gerald Levy, aka Father Bogle. Okay, well, I never knew what Bogle actually said. I knew Bogle as well, I learned, I met him, maybe a year. I knew him from way before because I was in jungle. I'm from jungle, and I had to walk from Zimbabwe. I walk from Trenchtown up past Tank and come through Roses. So I knew him, but I ended up knew him even closer before he died. But I never knew he gave those prophetic type speech like Bob Marley and Haile Selassie, I never knew. But he had some talk, all them there and all of those stuff, yeah. JD, so you were a part of the Roses? No, 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 no. I was too young. I was young at that time. I was going to school. So I'm trying to show you that I was not in this, I was from the trenches, brother. I remember back in the days when me and my sister had to walk from Waltham to Trenchtown a lot of times. Yeah, so we went through things just like other people, and that's why I don't see the need to behave a certain way. It's DJ Tiger, not Bogle, that had taught. Okay, okay, DJ Tiger. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Those are not his words. I don't even like money conversation with some Jamaicans. People get offended so easy. Yes, so that yeah, people shouldn't show off on people having a harder life. It caused too much bad feelings and crime and robbery. That is true, but when but Guru, so you're saying that it's based off how they act, why people rob their houses and stuff? Because I saw that they broke into Liam Bailey's house in England, Raheem Sterling's house in England, and Raheem Sterling, I met him as well in Marvelly back then too as well, because at that time we were in Jamaica at the same time, yeah. Um, he was not a flashy person, but his lifestyle was high lifestyle that could have shown back in England, and maybe that could cause some problems. That could be true, you know. Seems the club Bailey Link is just got promoted to the Saudi Pro League. They won the second tier last year. Yes, yes, yes. You can show off on poor people. Tell me them already. Oh, yeah, but we have to be honest. We have to be honest. We have to be honest, people. Our culture in the 80s and 90s and even early 2000s, our culture was designed for all of us to come to foreign country, make as much money, doing all sorts of things, and go back to show off on our people. Tell me that I'm lying. Because that's what all songs were about. We shouldn't come and settle in no foreign countries. We shouldn't sell out our country. We need to send back everything to yard. So we were designed to do that. That was the case back then. I'm not asking you. It's people like ourselves breaking the mold now, having kids and deciding to stay overseas and trying to uplift our country and trying to give back the education and do it the right way. But what we're doing now would have been frowned up on back then. They would have called us sellouts. They would have called us sellouts back then. But now people look at it completely different. A lot of people talk about bad mind when they were the one who showed off and caused people to wish them bad. That is true, football guru. I can agree with that as well. Um, yeah, cause them never set no example. That is true. Junglers, them mouth a move and we nah hear nothing. Yeah, yeah. Bogle did have some talk, Bogle is at one point. Bogle believed that Bogle was a man that was in his own world, even beside Willie Agart and everybody. He looked like he was in a world by himself. So people can be in their own elements at time, yeah. But people, yes, I'm just giving you back some old days. Our culture was a little bit more tight, people like um what we are doing today, it wouldn't be accepted so easily back then, people. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be accepted. So I'm glad that Jamaica and Jamaicans are changing for the better. But some things, some feet, I don't know if it's a pure pressure, but you couldn't do certain things. It make you feel like I don't know what to explain, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, Yes. Him was walking brand. Yeah, he was a brand. Um, Jamaicans love pour too in football. Once a local go overseas, they don't deserve no space in the school. Okay, so you're saying no, so you can't say Jamaicans. You can't say Jamaica. Oh, but you're saying Jamaicans because it's a people. Okay, but you have to look at it from this standpoint. Look at it from this standpoint. Remember, all of these young kids have affinity towards a community. So it's that community starts fighting for that player. And the JFF now wants revenue off those players. So they started to push them more than the ones that they just pushed overseas. That's all what it is. So that's why when they go overseas, it becomes harder to get back in the team. But when you're in your community and you're doing things in your community, they big you up. So in extension, the JFF see that crowd and rave around you, and then automatically you become a more easier target and benefit for them rather than the man that guns in Macedonia playing and nobody knows his league. You know what? Yo, King bigger than the Macedonia man here. When the guy was a star 2 years ago, I'm just using King as an example, but I'm just showing you how they think. And all of a sudden, you go into Macedonia, learning the game, doing good. Because I saw even Trevante Stewart, he's doing things nobody cares about anymore because it's not sellable anymore. And obviously, you're not so far away from the others in quality. So they just decide that, listen to me, I'm going to go with what can be beneficial. You understand me? Yes. At least that's what I got from the overall conversation. And I think it's clear that everyone would have gotten the same. Because you can't tell me that the players them leave Jamaica into better education system and got worse. So that's not the truth. I think it's just they have not gotten to the highlight zones. So they have not been picked again. And we just roll over the conveyor belt because the more players get sold, is the more money in the JPL. In the JPL, and they can keep on pushing it. So that's what I do think they think, and I think they would tell you the same. They would tell you the same. That's how it goes. They don't, because remember now, at one point here, Mr. Speed usually said that the players them have to be 5 and 10% better than the local born players for them to invest in them. So I think they kept the same mentality with the local players them left gone overseas. They are saying you have to be 5 or 10% better than the local players, or else we're going to use them and try push them out as well to make up more numbers and get more money. You understand me? So they are using the same metric that they used against the overseas players on the local players that left. I can't believe but people, please look at what I'm saying. It makes perfect sense. They are using the same metric that they use on the overseas players on the local players overseas. Remember the coach this the other day said, um, what's the guy name that's playing in the Swedish league? In the Swedish league he was playing. And he said, oh yes, he's playing so Norman Campbell is playing it is slander to say Speed and the JFF are using the program to sell player. It is a FIFA policy, and the federation cannot benefit from. No, I never. No. Guru, listen to my statement just a while ago. I never even said the JFF. I said the overall system. So it is a promotional thing. It's a promotional conveyor belt. And to be honest, it can't be slanderous. Guru, it can't be slanderous. The president just said it out of his own mouth. Our coach just said it out of his own mouth as well. So that's, I could understand where you're coming from in a guru, but you can't say it's slanderous when they are saying it out of their own mouth. Guru, please go back and listen to it. They themselves said it. It's a shop window for people to showcase their talent, because we need to make people see what is in Jamaica so we can get them out. So, Guru, it's hard to convince people when the people that you're backing saying the same thing. You understand me? Yeah. And remember, I don't think Mr. Spade hid it. He never hid it before. So I don't think he's going to hide it again. And it's not me picking on anybody. And remember, this was not an overseas and local, you know. This was a local and local. This was a local, and remember, at the same time, Guru, we have the players. Then we saw Flemings coming saying that he doesn't know why he doesn't get picked for the national team. Alva Spurs saying the same thing. The young little kid say he doesn't know what he can do to play for Jamaica. So the players them coming and saying the same thing. So Guru, I think I will give you a little time, like maybe a next few videos, I come back with that answer. Or is it you go to a better education system, but cannot get back into the team? Is it that the players them just improved in our region, in locally, and it just catch up? Let me know. What would you say, Guru? What would you say? They don't believe that is what's going on because they don't use the word that you used. Okay. But he said the same thing. If a man tell us say he's bringing his local players them to expose the talent and they get picked and the other guys them that's local, that's overseas, never got picked when they're playing higher, it's hard for you to explain that further. Fleming's a troublemaker. Well, it's okay to say Fleming's is a troublemaker. I can agree with that. I can understand. But what happened to the other players them that are not troublemakers? They are still available, you know. And all of the young kids them that goes overseas seem to still not get called up, and they got called up to get picked in the team. You understand me? So I understand where you're coming from, Guru. What you want to do, the point you're trying to make, but we can't hide from it, and I think they are okay with it, and I have no problem with you want to showcase Jamaican talents. But I just said I think when it's come on to picking and which fraction you're gonna go with, I think we have to be honest to ourselves, and everybody need to get this equal chance because a player in Macedonia doesn't reach the place that he truly wants to reach. So I would pick them same way and go with them. You understand me? The coach doesn't benefit if he gives a player a good recommendation. I don't believe the coach has a incentive. No. To speak well about a player. It is part of the JFF responsibility to expose local play. So, Guru, we are all right with that. So, what are you saying, Guru? So, when the local players, born players, went overseas, and then like Trevor Stewart kind of get pushed back from the Italy league because obviously that was a little bit too hard for him. Starts to do good. I'm just using a reference. You don't see it fit to give them back a next boost rather than pick a local player to give the boost. Because what Brown did, Trevor Stewart did it 2 years ago. And he's a better player now. So why not give him the look in? And clearly people would have had more record on him because he's in an environment that they can get more watch time on him, and maybe he could be sold easier. He would have still been dubbed as a local talent. Wouldn't you say that, Guru? Let me know. Billy, don't say local, say JPL players. Okay, no, but I've made sure to reference that is local played overseas, and I'm talking about a local born player that did the same thing that Brown did years ago, and he's doing that now. And he's doing better now in a higher league. So why would you not try boost him? Because he would have been further to make the national team than the one that's in Jamaica. Like why we don't work the conveyor belt the right way and stop cut back the conveyor belt back to the bottom. Like the conveyor belt just goes, and as you go on the plane, it drop back off and go back around. It doesn't go to where you played. It just drop back off and go back around. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from. Stuart improves a lot. All have more speed, and yes, I saw him yesterday. I was watching him yesterday, and it's good. Obviously, he looks bleach out. A lot of people said he looks bleach out. Yeah. I don't know why he did that, but it's his liking. I'm not gonna judge the man because he's bleached out. We're talking football. Why we gone into the guys them lives and how they bleached out and all of them stuff there. Yo, I'm telling you, these guys are something else, man. Yeah. So, Guru, I hope I said enough to clear what I was trying to say. You understand me? Yeah. But that's what I meant. That's what I meant when I was actually. Oh my God. It doesn't matter how he looks, he's the same human being. He's the same human being. I agree that locals who go abroad are overlooked. I do not believe that they are overlooked because the JFF and the coach get any money for choosing. No, but I never said they got any money. I said that they're trying to target to build a league faster so the teams can sell more players, so the league can beef up and everybody can be on a level to compete with more players and others, and then maybe the academies will get better. So their direction is to try and uplift Jamaica football at a faster rate. They don't want to wait until we qualify in the World Cup to build any infrastructure. They want every team to sell players. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. And that's what the president said. So they were very clear in their statements. So that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I never said that they're taking any money. I explained myself very clear what I meant. What I meant. JD, understand the assignment is export for JFF and club owners. It's never about the national team winning. Yeah, I think this was exposing Jamaica's local talent. And then obviously you can mix it with English talents. So at least the affinity where they're playing would have been tapped into. So it can fill the stadium. Because if you put a bunch of people that nobody knows, just like in Jamaica, you're not gonna get the outlook. You have to put somebody that somebody knows, and that's when they're gonna come out. It's obvious. It's 101. So that's why they had to mix the team, and it couldn't just be everybody local. I think it would have still full, But I think when you put somebody else that somebody know, like a Ravel Morrison, you understand me? Like a Oldgate, Aiden Big. So you put those bigger names that played in the Premier League that can sell tickets. And then obviously you have the younger kids, which is exciting. You might not say, but I think you did. But a number of people are upset that the coach is recommended king and are now saying that speed and the coach is trying to sell players. Well, the coach said he's trying to sell the player. He said that. He said he was trying. He called number of people to recommend the player and said take a chance on him. So he's trying his best to sell him, but maybe not in the same capacity as what people meant, but maybe for the better of Jamaica football. And he said that's a part of his job. So Guru, he said that's a part of his job. So going forward, you might hear him recommend him try sell the players them to a lot other places. So, but it's not going to be like him just have to sell Cavalier players. It's going to be like any player that shows any promise in the team, he's going to try and get them to places, and then indirectly he sells them. That's what he was clear in his statement, Guru. But it's not like only speed. I think if only Cavaliers player goes now, then we can say it's only speed. But for now, it's only King. He's recommending publicly. So let me see how much other more players locally and where they're coming from. Because if it's just Cavalier players, football Guru, people could say that, if it's two more Cavalier players popped up and they are not the biggest popular player playing, then people could start saying that. So I will reserve my judgment before I do say that. But if it's not spotlight players, and he says that about only Cavaliers players, then it's fair for me to agree with the people. I know that people will jump and agree with that, but I will reserve and see how much more he will recommend to other people. You understand me? And then we can have that conversation. But for now, it's just okay. It was a shop window for the kids, them and stuff, and I'm okay with that because it was a way to see the talents, and we got a chance to see the talents and everything, But I never said it in any other. I never said it no way like that. Football guru. I never said it in any way about Mr. Speed directly. I don't think he said that. Him recommended a player is more than any foreign coach has done. We appreciate it. He's not getting any money for it. People are just vexed that locals are valuable. No, no, no. I don't think people are vexed. That is where I disagree. I think people have a problem with Mr. Spade around the team because of his conflict of interest. And then if a particular player alone get that treatment, and we don't hear about others getting that treatment, I think you have to be fair because Jamaica should come first. And then because he's in a position around the JFF, people could easily say, okay, maybe that's the reason why it's influenced. Because you have to remember, you have to go back in history. He was the one said no more coaches will come and do what Schaefer's did. What Schaefer's did, went for all overseas players them and tried to look more overseas players and never really put into so much things in place for locals to develop according to him. But Schaefer still built one of the biggest coaches in Jamaica's East Jamaica, one of the most qualified coaches now, maybe even more qualified than Spade himself, is built by Schaefer's. Most of the American Jamaican playing players now, Schaefer's bring them to their position. You understand me? So Schaefer's did the best in the Gold Cup as well. People talk about Tapa. Schaefer's did that before. One of the best playing teams were actually Schaefer's. So when I heard him said that, I was confused. What you meant by that? You said Schaefer's never left nothing. And he said that on my platform. He said that on my platform. So maybe they wanted more control. So that Father Guru or Football Guru, you have to leave people, let them interpret things how they want to interpret. Because remember, Mr. Spade talking, people taking information, and the coach talking, and the president talking. All right. Determine. Remember, my family sleeping in determine. So I can't. I gotta just close off the line, and then tomorrow we continue it, and then we can have the argument. Then, all right. Because I it's on my cell phone. I'm doing the stream. It's on my cell phone and not on the computer because I want it to go straight up when I'm done. You understand? I'm sorry about that, big boss. I will just wait on the football go to follow up I want you to understand where people could ask questions. That's what I wanted football go to understand. You understand? JD, don't you think it's about time that this guru guy reveals himself? Why? Why? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. If he wants to not reveal himself, I don't see a big deal in that. You're on your account and you don't reveal yourself, so he can be who he wants to be. You will only think that if King wasn't a good player, King deserves the coach recommendation. It doesn't have anything to do with Speed. He has an agent and isn't managed by Speed. Okay, well, no problem. Well, no, that's what the guru. But you hear what I've said. That means you never listened to what I've said before. I said, if 3 more players be recommended and it's all by Cavaliers only, and they're not the prime players, because I made sure to acknowledge that King is one of the prime players. No, I said that, but maybe you never listened to what I said. If that continues to be that way and you don't see a Cummins or somebody else he's recommending when they come into the team, then people will look at it sideways. And be honest, football guru, you can't say otherwise if that's the case. All right? Yeah, man. So people, Jay said, JFF forgot about locals who move abroad and performed but keep supplementing the squad with JPL players. Shivante Stewart, Kenry Campbell, Kaim Paris, they don't get call because they already sold. All right, so you see, it's football group. People have that belief and they're going to keep on having that belief. But people, we never wanted to expand it so far. We wanted to do 45 minutes and I end up doing a longer video than what I did early on. But people, double tap the screen so we can get the likes on it because we did almost 2 hours. So let me get it up to 250 likes before the video finishes. So double tap the screen and you can easily like it. All right, and we get to 250 and we finish it up. All right, Tycoon, that's why I say him should reveal himself. Okay, but it's okay, man. We had a good time. I think these are 2 of the best streams I've run over the last 2 weeks, I would say. So let me keep it this way, man. All right, so thanks Yet again, people, you keep on smashing like button, keep on sharing, leave your thoughts on this subject, and tomorrow we will do much more. And they said the reggae girls, we have to do reggae girls tomorrow. And you know me, I am not going to leave the girls them alone, you know. So we might have to pause on the reggae boys and talk about the reggae girls. All right. Yes. So thanks yet again, people. Take care and bye bye.